Hey everybody, thank you so much for checking out this video. It's your girl LB. Welcome to my channel, Watch With Me LB, where I give you fun, fresh, and funny rants, reviews, and recaps on my favorite movies and TV shows. And we are here to talk about season 3, episode 2 of And Just Like That. Carrie got rats. Thank God she don't have that hat that she had last week. That's a bar. Let's get into episode 2, baby, because not much happened, but it wasn't a terrible episode. And for that, I am thankful. If you have not joined the cousin community that we have built here, please subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the bell for the notifications. And you will get to see my dog. She pops in. And she's coming. Here she comes. You see her tail? She coming. There she is. Hi, Tina Turner. This is Bluesy. If you subscribe to my channel, you get all you can look at Bluesy. Her name is Blue Chicken Nugget Miles Morales. Okay, she is Dominican or Puerto Rican. Okay, she is Puerto Rican. Okay, subscribe to the channel to see a Puerto Rican dog. Oh, baby, the episode opens up. Carrie looks like a normal rich lady. You understand what I'm saying? She got on normal people clothes. And she looks like her old self. She has on a cute little dress, and she's going to drink, to have drinks with Lisette, her neighbor that we met in season something, 1 or 2. 1? I don't know. Anyway, she let that little girl stay in her apartment. That's not a little girl. That's a grown woman. She let that lady stay in her apartment, right? So they meeting for drinks, and she gives Carrie this necklace with 245 on it, the number 245, because Lisette is a jewelry maker, and she, you know, wanted Carrie to have like a little memento of her old apartment. Pause. If Carrie go back to that apartment, I'm telling you what I know. I'm telling you what I know because I feel like they're trying to set it up so that Carrie ends up back in that apartment. After she sold the apartment, rented the apartment out, left the apartment, came back, got a house. Now she probably gonna go back. I'm telling you what I know. If Carrie go back to that apartment, I'ma know something. I'ma be mad because I feel like they trying to like remind us of like the good times. Girl, please, please. Anyway. So Lisette is telling Carrie at the bar about how she's really annoyed about like her life and dating and how everything is like, you know, everything is surrounding her phone. Like she's always in that damn phone, like your mama used to say, okay? So she's like, all I do is text and swipe and scroll and I'm just annoyed with it. And she like flicks it over her shoulder and I'm like, girl, that is assault, baby. Have some self-control about yourself. But instead of having a consequence, she gets a cute boy that come over there, okay? And the man come over and say, girl, I'm about to buy you a drink because you hit me in the face with your phone, girl. This is love at first sight. I don't know what I'm going to do. But it looked like, you know, that's going to be a thing maybe. I'm not sure. I don't know. Anyway, so Carrie is at her house and she is in her wonderful garden. Her garden is absolutely beautiful. It looks like a botanical garden, child. It looks like somebody like really took their time and put a lot of effort into having like a wild, you know, secret garden type vibe in her back courtyard, right? And I said, okay, well, that's very nice. It was a very nice scene. And she's writing about the woman again, the woman. So now it looks like Carrie is going to write a book about a lady set in the 1800s. And she's talking, when she was at the bar, she was talking to Lisette about how, you know, she just loves that her house is old. And she pictures all the ladies, you know, walking around with their bustles and they, you know, knickknacks and paddywhacks, child. You know, I don't know what ladies did in the 1800s, child. My people was enslaved. I don't know. Okay, anyway. She's sitting in the courtyard. She looking up, she see a little squirrel. She's like, oh, hey, Mrs. Squirrel, what you got going on? Next thing you know, the baby, a stampede of rats come out from outside the garden. And I'm like, is that how rats work? Do they just stampede on shit? Like, I know if, like, you know, in a movie, if the boat is going down, baby, all the rats be like, bye! And they just like jump off the ship. But I didn't know they just like come out of places. You know, I only see them like in the French Quarter. Like I'm not familiar with rats like that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know the, you know, situation. I was born in the year of the rat. I know that. And I think that's pretty, you know, good, I think. But I don't know nothing about how rats move. These rats was coming one band, one sound. And I was like, oh my God. And like, I was very surprised that Carrie didn't do her Carrie shriek. You know what I'm saying? Because she has a shriek about herself that I really prefer not to hear. The only one that I liked hearing was the one, because actually it's not a Carrie shriek. It's a SJP shriek because she did it when she was Sarah in Hocus Pocus. When they pushed her into the Black River of Death and it was just concrete. She did the shriek. And I'm like, okay, I would have thought she would have did the shriek for the army of rats. You know, she does have a cat. I don't, you know, the cats can take care of the rats, but I don't know if they could take care of like 12 rats. The rats might beat that little kitten up, child. So I don't know. But she goes upstairs And instead of texting Aiden, she sends him a talk to text situation. I have some thoughts. I have thoughts. Hey, Aiden, comma, what you doing? Question mark. I was outside in my backyard, and guess what happened? Question mark. It was buku fucking rats outside. Oh my God. Capital O, capital M, capital G, exclamation, exclamation, exclamation. Oh my God, comma. What are we gonna do, comma? I don't know what to do without you, exclamation mark. Can you come and scoop me up like the damsel in distress that I obviously am, question mark. I miss you so much, comma, subquote, subsection B. Bitch, come on, man. Like, listen, it took too long. You see how you was getting aggravated with me when I was telling you about all the punctuation? I said, listen, baby, send a voice memo or call that man. We don't have time for this, girl. This is talk to Texas for like a little quick little, do we have bread at the house? Send it on down. Like, just send it. You know what I'm saying? It's not for a dissertation. So whenever something happens to Carrie at her big ass age, she can't just hold it. She got to tell somebody. She got to call somebody to her rescue. And I'm just saying to you as L, Carrie she got to tighten up. She got to tighten up. I don't know if she's supposed to be like what the girlies that are younger than her are supposed to be like, you know, aspiring to. I don't aspire to be no damn helpless damsel in distress. Because, bitch, if I got 17 rats in my backyard, it's quite simple. I'm going to burn the fuck house down. It really ain't no, I don't really need to, you know, I'm going to tell y'all after I did it. Cousins, guess what I did? I committed arson. I had 17 rats in my bag. I don't know where them fucking rats came from. So I had no choice but to go get my damn blowtorch and smoke them motherfuckers. Like, it really is not that big of a deal. Or if I was a rational human being, I would say, okay, well, let me go ahead and give me a little exterminator, and I'm gonna take care of that. Carrie got to say, hey, man that live 4 states away from me, exclamation mark. I got rats in my backyard, comma, subsection B, quotation mark. It got tighten up, girl. Like, ugh. And I'm trying not to get aggravated, Jay, because I really want to be a different lady this season. I told y'all that I'm gonna be a different lady. I think I'm trying to be anyway, and I'm trying not to get aggravated with this lady. But girl, like, one last thing about the rats, and I'm gonna move on because I ain't never talked about rats this much in my whole long ass life of living. Don't New York just have rats? Like, I feel like that's just like any major metropolitan area. Aren't y'all like, y'all got rats? Like, I know every time I've been in New York, like, no lie, about 12 times. Maybe even 20 times. I'm saying closer to 20 than 12, actually. I done seen a rat every time I've been there. I'm talking about I could be Midtown Manhattan. I could be, what's the only borough I haven't been? I haven't been to Queens and I haven't been to Staten Island. Every other borough I've been in, I've seen a rat. They just be living their lives. They just be going to the bodega like everybody else. Okay, I don't know. I feel like if you have buku shit in your backyard like that, isn't that an expectation? It's fine. I'm moving on. I'm gonna relax. Everything is gonna be fine. Okay. Like an adult, she calls an exterminator, and the exterminator rips up everything in the backyard. And she just come outside, and she is just for Klimp, baby, because where's all my beautiful, expensive ass shrubs that I had back here and my lavender plants and stuff? The man said, listen, baby, you told me to take out everything that the rats could get into and hide and stuff, and they was hiding everywhere, bitch. They was in the club. Like, they had a whole little, subdivision set up, so I had to take everything out. So she go back upstairs, and she turned around and see this big-ass white man standing in her vestibule, child, and it was Aiden. So she screaming, Aiden screamed. Child, Aiden was just snuck up to the lady house. Pause. Okay? Got me stretch eating. Didn't she tell, he told her, chill, baby. Don't sweat me, okay? I got to go worry about my children. I'm going to Virginia, okay? Another pause within the pause. Up north cousins. East Coast cousins. Do y'all consider Virginia to be the South? Like, if you live above Virginia and you went to Virginia, would you say you were going down south, or would you say you were going to Virginia? Because when I went to Virginia, shout out to Virginia Commonwealth University, they was like, oh, it must not be a big transition for you since you from the South already. Like, you just stayed in the South. And I'm like, bitch, are you tripping? I could catch a subway, a train to Washington, District of Columbia. This is not the South. Do y'all consider the South to be Virginia? Let me know. Anyway, the man had told the lady, Girl, shut up talking to me. I got to go worry about my children. I got time to worry about you, okay? I don't want to talk to you for 5 years. Leave me the hell alone. Every 15 minutes, the man is in her face or in her ear, okay? He got his yam out, literally bumping his gum, like, and now he in the damn lady house now, okay? Like, hold on. Hold the line. What you doing here? Okay, it would have been my question. She was overjoyed to see the man. The boundaries ain't boundarizing, in my opinion, okay? You know, he came over and was like, girl, I miss you so much. That little badass son of mine with his mom and them for the night. And I'm only here for one night only. One night only. And he... I'm sorry. They, you know, did some little cute little banter. Oh, you know, I said this and I missed you and he was over there and whatever. And he picked her up and immediately brought her into the bedroom to get his rocks off, okay? Now, listen, if you gonna use Carrie for her vagina, you need to make that clear, baby. Because every time you come into contact with this lady, it's about your yam or her pocketbook. But it look like they don't, like, go to dinner. They're not going to check out no exhibition. They're not going nowhere. They're not doing nothing. He just using Carrie for her vagina in her house. Okay, because he don't even have a key. Because he said, I feel like he said, she said, how did you get in? And he was like, oh, yeah, somebody was leaving out, so I just came in. Bitch, you're trespassing. I'm so sorry. That is breaking and entering, bitch. You don't have a key. I didn't give you my permission to come up here. Police! Call the police. You just came up in here and immediately gave me a kiss and then took me to the bedroom. And in the other situation, this is an ID channel exclusive. What are you talking about? Let me go ahead and get Charlotte and Lisa Ty Wexler storyline right the hell out the way. Okay, so they're at the school and they're doing some school shit. And then they overhear this other group of moms who they don't get down with talking about this college counselor that's like a college counselor whisperer. And her name is like the Finger, like Lisa Fingerhood or Deborah Finger. Somebody Finger something. And they call the lady the Finger because she's really good at getting kids into the Ivy League. You know, the moms that Charlotte and LTW don't get down with, as soon as they hear our two ear hustling on their conversation, they like shut it down. Here go LTW and Charlotte. They go straight to the principal snitching. Listen, you ain't heard this from me, but some of the other moms were talking about using this college counselor, and that is against the Arbor Code, the Arbor Hill Canyon, whatever the name of the school is, code of conduct and responsibility, because we have a wonderful college counselor and she is blah, blah, blah. And the man, the way they came in there so like enthused and Charlotte big ass eyeballs was all dry and shit, the man thought that it was a cold red alert situation. He put his damn vest on because, you know, everybody get to shooting in the schools around here in the United States of America. It's trash over here. So he thought it was going down. And Charlotte was like, sir, we talking about our children. Everybody's fine. Calm down. And the man was like, well, fuck. And he let an F-bomb go. Anyway, so, which I like when people curse. You know, I like that. That's fun to me. Anyway, and the principal was like, fuck you want me to do? Like, I can't do nothing. If you want to get down with the lady, go get down with the lady. They end up cyber stalking the lady and pull up on her at her child's baseball game. Girl, that is literally a crime. Are you okay? So they pull up on a lady and literally was like, hey girl, girl, listen, do you know my child? Because my child, they was so close to the lady. Listen, my child, you know my son, you know he the one that go, and I would really appreciate it if he calm down. They would have scared the shit out of me if that was me. I'd have been like, police! Call the police. If you don't use my email and my website and get to me at a hell no. The Finger didn't have no boundaries. The Finger was like, all right, girl, I guess I'll look at y'all children. So then LTW and Charlotte get their children to get together so that the Finger could go meet with the lady. I mean, with the children. And she meet with the children and stress the children out because she tell this black child not to do nothing to say he black on his college application. And told Lily, who is Asian, she got a transracial adoption, and she's a minority, and she's a woman. Don't use none of that. Don't use none of that in your college application. Huh? What you wanted to talk about? She ain't got shit else to say. She's a horrible child. She don't have else to say. I'm sorry, little girl. You straight. And to be quite honest, when it came to this storyline, I don't care. Because I don't even know Charlotte and them children. Well, I know Lily, because Lily had me all in her goddamn pap smear appointment last season, child. I don't be wanting to be with Lily as much as I do, okay? I don't know nothing about LTW, son. I don't even know that little boy name. I feel like his name Grover. It's not Grover. It's not Grover. So the children was freaking out, and then now, you know, I don't know if they're gonna use the lady or not. That's it and that's all. Ain't nothing else happened with them too. If you don't get these women something else to do, child. So Aiden and Carrie have a little heart-to-heart at the breakfast nook, and Carrie's like, listen, you're gonna have to make it plain for me, baby, because I don't understand what we got going on here. Like, I wanted to tell you about the rest the other day, but I was like, oh, he told me don't ever fucking call here. And then you popped up at my house. So it seemed like you could go all the way, but I can't go none of the way. So can you like help me out to understand like what we got going on? And then Aiden was like, girl, yeah, I mean, you know, if you want to text me. You know, I can't say I'm going to answer. You know what I'm saying? It might take me a little while to respond, but, you know, I'm going to get to it eventually. Then, after the long conversation that her and Aiden had about, you know, knickknacks and paddywhacks and stuff, she sends him a voice-to-text message again. I hope your plane ride was uneventful, period. I really hope that turbulence was minimal, period. I hate when they have turbulence in the sky, period. It's the worst, exclamation, exclamation. Anyway, comma, I saw this table and it made me think of you, exclamation point, because I think it's the juxtaposition of the pendulum swinging desperation of art and furniture come to life, exclamation point. Girl, exhausted. I'm exhausted. So she sends him this table because she thinks that the table reminds her of them. Carrie go to lunch with Sema and Miranda, and she's like, y'all, I sent Aiden this text message about how I love him, and this table reminded me of them, and he responded with a thumbs down emoji. And they like, oh, well, you know, how did you respond? And she was like, I ain't saying nothing. Didn't we do this in the 90s and the 2000s and the 2010s and the 2020s? Like 40 years of angry silence. You don't want to try nothing different? You don't want to just be like, well, why you send me that? Or you could respond to his thumbs down with a emoji. Or you could just be like, well, what the fuck that mean? Like, I just, you know, Miranda said, Sema girl, somebody over at the bar looking at you. He look like a little, And then Sema's like, nah, I already dated him before. And she's like, huh? She's like, I already dated his type before. I already know his type. I'm not really looking for that kind of type, right? So now we get on the path of Sema trying to find her a little somebody because she's feeling a little lonely, right? Sema's storyline is that she's looking for a partner, and she like tossing these men over her shoulder, baby, like throwing them over her shoulder like sunflower seeds. Her boss at her job at the company she works for sets her up with a matchmaker. And so she meets with this matchmaker, and the matchmaker's like, girl, listen, you just, you know, you don't read like somebody who wants to be in a relationship. You read like a predator. You always wearing animal prints and medals and shit. First of all, don't talk about what Sema got on. Don't talk about what Sema got on. Sema ain't really pissed me off like talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Like her outfit to the Met Ball, I wasn't really feeling that. And maybe like she did a little 1-2 hitter quitter every once in a while. But overall, Sema got that shit on. I like her car. Her hair is fabulous, okay? She got a body on her. Her titties be sitting up high, okay? Listen, don't come for what Sema got on. That's my girl. That's my shining pride in the show. I love me some Sema down, okay? The matchmaker lady said, don't no man want this like ferocious ass woman. You need to soften it up. Pause. No. Because fuck these men, okay? Okay, girl, you could have on a whole jousting ensemble, okay? You could look like Sir Lancelot. You could literally wear a coat of arms, okay? And the man gonna be like, girl, you just what I was looking for. I've always wanted a woman who wears a full chastity belt. That man still gonna cheat on you, and he's still gonna leave his socks next to the damn hamper. I don't know what to tell you, bro. Like, a man is a man. I love me a man, okay? I'm just saying that men be aggravating. This just what it is, okay? And so changing the way that you are to fit into what you think a man wants just so you can say, oh, I got a man, bitch. Then you're going to be wearing clothes that you don't like to be with a man that you don't like. That's just me, though. That's just me. But once again, what the fuck I know? I'm single. So, you know, happily, though, okay? Because I get what I need to get. And I don't give a shit, okay? All right. So the matchmaker set her up with this man, and it looks like the date is going well. And, you know, Sema's being very quiet. She got on these pastels. She dressed like Rose Nyland, child. And I, you know, No, I'm good. I'm good on that. That's not what I want for a Sema. Okay, I need her to be in some leather and her damn titties be right here. This the bottom of her titty be on her shoulder, child. And the man was like, you just been real quiet. And she's like, well, listen, this is not who I am. I yap. This is not really who I am. And so the man looked like he was receiving it well, but then he was like, girl, let me go to the bathroom right quick. I'm gonna order this tiramisu. Okay, and I'm gonna go to the bathroom. We're gonna have this conversation. Turns out he left, and the matchmaker comes out, who was ear hustling the whole time, and was like, you ran him away because you was too aggressive and too confident and sure of yourself. Men don't like that. Okay, Blue, period. Because what they talking about? That's what I'm talking about. Blue is a girl's girl. Blue don't have time for that. Hold on. She needy. She got to be up on my lap at all times. Just ignore her. She all right. Okay, I'm not talking about you. I was talking about somebody else. Long story short, Sema said, baby, I don't need no damn matchmaker. You can matchmake my ass. Okay, I'm about to go. So Miranda's whole deal is she's still trying to discover something, child. I don't know. She's at work and these girls are watching this show called Bye Birdie, Bye Island, Bye Excursion, something. It's a show for bisexuals, okay? Or about bisexuals, not for bisexuals. Anybody can watch, feel free, okay? She's watching this show, and at first she turns her nose up to it, but then she's like getting all into it. That's how reality shows get you, okay? And the girls go out to lunch, and she's talking to the little guacamole lady about it, because it's a lady that make guacamole on the table side at this restaurant. And they all into it, right? And she feel like they got a little something going on. She finally asked the lady out. The lady's like, ma'am, I have given birth 2 times with my heterosexual husband. We got 2 children. I'm straight. I'm so sorry to break it to you. But there's this other lady at her job, the little BBC reporter lady. I feel like she's straight too. I don't know. Is she a lesbian? I don't know if she's a lesbian or not. I don't know. Anyway. They kind of have a little flirty, wordy, something too. And then Miranda's kind of like, I don't know about that because it's somebody I work with and it could get messy or whatever. That's true. My whole thing is this lady worked for the BBC. You're not about to ruin my life because I piss you off. I'm just so sorry. So that's Miranda's whole storyline, all right? So at the end of the day, Carrie is, she sends back an emoji to Aiden because Aiden sent her that thumbs down emoji. And so she sends him back a rolling your eyes emoji because we're 12. So Carrie goes home because she got the landscaper coming to come, her backyard look like a little desolate landscape, child. So she got a little landscaper coming. Carrie realized that the cat is not, in her house. So she go outside look for the cat. And lo and behold, you remember I told you last week, rich, fine people just be falling in her lap, girl. They just be falling in her little bowl of soup, girl, and her little bowl of sweet green, and just be like, bloop, and it be a fine-ass man. The landscaper is very cute, and he look like he also don't play that shit with Carrie, because Carrie was trying to have this long-ass conversation with the man outside her gate, and the man was like, you gonna let me in the house or what? Like, goddamn, like, hello, I'm here, good cookie. Has Carrie ever been to therapy? In the show, I know Stanford went to therapy. I know Charlotte went to therapy. Has she ever been to therapy? Or has she like turned up her nose to it in some rich, snooty ass way? I'm not gonna pay $200 for somebody to tell me what I already know about myself. Don't know shit about herself. She don't know shit about herself. Anyway, so it looked like Carrie gonna get down with this gardener. Landscaper. Okay, I ain't gonna disrespect that man like that. And then we're gonna have to deal with what's gonna come, what happened with Aiden, because he gonna be so hurt and betrayed again because he keep messing with this terrible ass lady. Let's see, what did I enjoy about the episode? I didn't hate anybody's outfit. Everybody dressed like a person. Charlotte had a beautiful sitting room in her home, the downstairs part of her house. Beautiful. And then one last thing that I liked about the the show, was that Carrie had a beautiful wrought iron fence. We are famous for our wrought iron fencing here in New Orleans, so I can appreciate a good wrought iron fence. And yeah, comment down below and let me know what you thought of this week's episode, y'all, because ain't nothing really happened. So if you want to just tell me what you was doing this weekend, I'd be happy to talk to you about that as well. I'm going to make a Sam's run, and I am gonna put a rinse in my hair for the first time. I've never used hair dye in my hair before, but I'm going gray, so gotta get to it. Anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.